Hello, I am very, very soggy. I came here about 10 minutes ago, set everything up, was all excited. The bees are ready, got my honey and got the camera set up, and then the heavens opened. So I had to run in and try and sort myself out. And then when I came back, the screen that is normally between me and the bees here, so that when people sit here to meditate with the bees, they're not too in the face, they're not likely to have bees flying. It had all raindrops in it, so I just gave it a shake to get the raindrops off. And all the rain, the rain was obviously a bit heavy and the mesh just came away. So I've just moved that out of the way. So I am looking very, very soggy. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see. Okay, maybe sitting outside to do this live is not the best idea. But when there isn't rain, I actually had a good Wi-Fi range. So if you are watching this live, then please put in a comment so I. Find the camera to there, we might actually have a better Wi-Fi signal. Right, can you see me? I'm going to move. I'm going to move my chair, move my bench. And let's hope. Oh, so here I am, soaked through because we just had a tropical downpour. But you can see this blue sky coming. So everything should be dry in a couple of minutes' time. And I thought it would be really good to do live from the hive. So it's 4 o'clock here on Cocos Keeling. Here's two of my hives. They're Apime plastic hives and they're absolutely fabulous. I'm loving them. And they're really good for this kind of climate because it's very hot and humid. I was this wet this morning just doing the beekeeping. I had a group of locals in, and of course you get this kind of rain and you get high humidity, and so wooden hives can go really moldy and horrible. So it's really nice to actually have a hive where the bees don't get too humid, and you don't get mold problems. So I'm really pleased with these. So this is my advent, my honey advent. And this year is a bit different in two ways. Normally, I go live on YouTube and Instagram. And this year, I thought I'd do something a bit different. I've got a membership and I wanted to give my members a special treat, so something exclusive. So this is for my members. However, because of technical problems, I've also got some people who've been great followers, but maybe aren't full members yet, who are in this group, this Facebook group. So you don't have access to all my membership things, but you will get to see these lives. So I hope you're grateful, and maybe that will entice you to join and then get some of the other goodies. Now, because I'm on Cocos Keeling, we're part of Western Australia, but we're not. So I'm on an island in between Perth, which is Western Australia, and Sri Lanka. So right in the middle of the Indian Ocean. And because of biosecurity, I couldn't bring any honey here, and you can't take honey from here to Western Australia. So even though we are part of Western Australia, guests who come here or visitors that come here from Perth, they can't bring honey. And likewise, we can't take honey back to Perth. However, I can ship all around the world from here, as long as the countries you're shipping to will accept honeys. So I am sending some honey back to the UK because I want to get it analysed so that I can find out what the bees are visiting. We've got an idea. There's very limited flora here, so you know it's not like there's thousands and thousands of things. There's something like 97 different species of plants here, so we can really narrow it down because a lot of them don't even flower, so we know what the bees can be making honey from. Now, what it does mean for my honey advent is that I haven't got 24 different types of honey that I can share with you here from Cocos, but I do have 3 to 4 types of honey from these islands, which I will be sharing. And we're leaving the island on the 10th of December for a break, for a holiday. And we're traveling to Tasmania and we're going around Western Australia a bit. So I will be visiting honey farms and I'll have different honeys there. So it's going to be a really exciting honey advent. But once I've done my Cocos honeys, and before we leave the island, and if we have any gaps in between where I haven't got honeys, then I will be sharing Creating a Buzz About Health tips. So, first honey today I'm going to share is the first honey that I harvested here from these beehives. And I've actually got 2 here. So this is the latest one, which was from some cut comb at the top of the hive. So you can see the colour of the wax. And then this is the one I'm going to taste today. So you'll see it's quite a bit darker. Now, I harvest here. I don't have a spinner. I don't even have a comb cutter. So what I do is I just cut out with a knife, and I have this cut comb. These were the only plastic containers I could get initially. I've now got some more heavy duty ones. My glass containers that I ordered 2nd of September are somewhere between Perth and here, but I don't know when they're going to arrive. So here's my honey. Have a look at that. Now, when you analyse honey, the first thing you do is you look at it. Now, if this was being judged, it's a cut comb, but it has got honey with it. So with clarity, you've got chunks. It's what you'd call chunk honey. But what I am going to do is smell it. Now, what is interesting with honey here, because of the high humidity, it does have quite a high water content. I don't have a refractometer, so I've not been able to test it. But you can just tell from the consistency, and it does have a very slight vinegary aroma. Really, really slight. So almost like it's fermented, but it isn't. It really isn't fermented. So I'm just going to taste this little bit here. Look at that colour. I've got a silver spoon. I always travel with a silver spoon because silver spoons are great for harvesting, for tasting honey. So when I actually look at it on the spoon, it is really, really clear. It is a beautiful, look at that. Wonderful, wonderful colour. Oh, let me just see, where's the camera? There we go. Beautiful honey. So the smell is slightly vinegary, but the taste, So you do get that sort of vinegary start, and then it becomes apricot jam. It is quite sweet, but it is like a boiled cooked fruit, cooked dried fruit. And then it does give a bit of a burn. There's a little bit of a burn at the back of the throat. A very interesting flavour. So this is the first honey. I have no idea what it is. We know that the bees visit coconut trees. We've also got some weeds, some invasive weeds with a yellow flower that the bees visit. And there's some mangrove plants that the bees visit. So I'm working with the local school and we'll be getting the pollen analysed. And then we'll have an idea about what plants are providing which pollens. So there we go. So that's today's little honey advent. I am soaked, absolutely soaked. So earlier on, I was soaked like this from beekeeping I didn't have a full suit. I just had a jacket on. But you can see the hives, and you can see, even though we've had the heavy downpour of rain, the bees are still outside. And what I have noticed, we had 7 days of rain last week. and the bees still flew. They were flying in the rain. So it would be very interesting to get these bees tested and see how thick their wings are. So although the bees were brought here in the 1940s, I wonder how much they've adapted for this tropical environment. So there we go. So there's my honey advent for today. I hope it's streamed live. I hope some people got to watch it. The replay, I think, will still be shown in the Facebook group, and I will try and download this, and then maybe I can share it in the YouTube, and then I'll upload it in the membership. So thank you very much. I'm going to attempt to do one every day at the same time, as long as it's possible and I have Wi-Fi. So happy Advent, happy 1st of December, and until tomorrow, I just hope you've enjoyed this little taste of honey to start your Advent season. Thanks.